Hello and welcome back once again to the Wrestling Rant. Just got this. Fuck you, WWE! I just wasted 3 whole hours of my goddamn life watching your shit TV show. You ass clowns really failed. Hard. I don't know what jackasses wrote this dog shit tonight, but it was lousy. And I'm looking right into this fucking camera telling you that. Assholes. You suck at your jobs. 3 damn hours. Wasting my time with this shit. I know I said I wasn't going to do the webcam footage with the long videos. I wanted to do it for this video because I want the viewers, I know there's probably not a lot of you, but I want my viewers to see this shit. I want you to see the pain in my face and in my eyes. This is really getting old. I just got this. I wanted to have the Shield mask. Okay? This is the mask that they were wearing during their entrances from some of the last few times that they came out together. You know, before they decided to ruin the whole thing and break them up. And I also wanted to use this to correct myself from one of my past videos. I said that the mask was a neoprene mask. No. It was this. This is a metal mesh mask with this, I guess it's supposed to be, I don't know, a wolf or a dog skull. You can see with his teeth and the fangs here. You know, it fit the gimmick because they were the hounds of justice. It fit perfectly. Okay? This is a metal mesh mask. They use this in airsofting, and I think maybe for paintballing too. But this is for airsoft. It's to protect your nose, your mouth, your chin, your cheeks a little bit, so that you don't get your teeth shot out by the BBs. Yeah. Put that right over there. I fucking hate this company. And I don't think I'm going to be watching this shit much longer. I can't in all good conscience keep torturing myself with this shit. I have put up with this crap for too goddamn long. And I have wasted so much of my life. So much of my life that I could have been doing other things. But let's just get on with this show, right? Yeah. I'm going to try and blow through this shit as quickly as possible because I've got 2 pages of notes here, and you can even see the handwriting here. This is the back side of the second page. 2 whole pages. Front and back. And I even tried not to take that much in the way of notes. Anyways. Raw, Monday night, August 25th, 2014, from Anaheim, California. The show starts off by them announcing that John Cena has chosen to invoke his rematch clause for the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. And that match will happen at the Night of Champions pay-per-view in about 4 weeks. So yeah, we get to sit through that again. But this show, for this show, they wanted to show that Cena's not backing down. He's not hurt. He's not, whatever. he had to take a week off just because, we can't have him come out and try to sell being hurt because he's lousy at selling. So you got the week off. Just, don't show up. You can't act hurt, so let's just not have you show up at all. Made the show better, so... Anyways. We cut live into the arena. And keeping with the usual boring promo segment to start the show, that's exactly what we get. However, fortunately, it's not Triple H and Stephanie running their dick lickers again. No, we were saved from that abomination. No. Instead, Michael Cole is in the ring. And he introduces the first ever WWE Legends Forum. They have a fucking commentary table in the ring. And Cole proceeds to introduce 3 legends. First, Hulk Hogan, who comes out. And then Ric Flair, who of course also comes out. And then finally, HBK Shawn Michaels, who also comes out. And the 3 of them sit down at this commentary table. And Cole is asking them, what they're talking about is the rematch between Cena and Lesnar. As if anybody cared. And they're giving their opinions, yada yada yada. HBK talks a bit and says that, John has no chance. He got the shit beat out of him by Lesnar at SummerSlam. He's got no chance. Fair enough, okay. Hogan says that Cena can still go. He can still go, Hogan? Can you point to a point in time where Cena could ever actually go? Because I don't think you fucking can, brother. And Flair says he doesn't feel it. He doesn't think that Cena can go anymore. Sorry, I washed out my eyes. I might have gotten something in my eye, so I might be picking at it. Anyways. Hogan says that he predicts Cena to win. Wouldn't be the first time you're wrong about something, brother. And then the 3 of them get to squabbling between themselves about this whole thing. They're interrupting each other, whatever, cutting each other off. Cena's music hits. And he comes out. Fresh as a daisy. Not selling, of course. He had to take the week off. Oh, you don't have to sell now. I took a week off. That was when I was hurt. Now I'm fine. Motherfucking piece of shit. Go fuck yourself with this John Cena bullshit. Enough already. 10 goddamn years. Enough. Get rid of him. The people have been sick of his punk ass for years. Not all of them, but damn near most of them. Jesus Christ with this shit. And it gets worse from here, folks. This episode of Raw sucked. Was probably the worst episode of Raw I have ever seen. And I say that without a hint of sarcasm or hyperbole or exaggeration. Worst episode of Raw I think I have ever seen. Let's just move on. I don't want to dwell on this for too long. Let's just blow through this, okay? Cena comes out and he talks, and he says that after he woke up in the trainer's room backstage after SummerSlam, the match, where he got his head kicked in by Lesnar, the first thing, when he woke up, first thing that happened is the trainer asked him, "How do you feel?" And Cena says, I feel like I want to fight Brock Lesnar again. Are you kidding me? He just damn near killed your sorry ass. You want to fight him again? You must have a death wish. He finishes his lousy, boring, shouty babyface promo by saying that he's not coming to Night of Champions to beat Brock Lesnar. He's coming to beat Lesnar's ass. Fuck you! You ain't winning, motherfucker! You're done! Retire already! Get the fuck out this company and make way for somebody who's got talent! We got Kevin Steen in NXT. We got Prince Devitt and we got Kenta. Make way, motherfucker, because they're coming through and they're better than you in every single fucking way. Enough! Moving on. We get hyped for a match that's going to end up being the main event of the show, or at least it would have been if it hadn't gotten fucked up. I'm done being nice about this shit, folks. Angry face. You see this? Angry face. I'm done playing kid games with this shit. Fuck you, WWE. You suck. If I didn't have to watch this garbage show for this YouTube show, I feel like I'm obligated at this point. If I didn't have to do this shit for my YouTube channel, I wouldn't watch this crap anymore. It's really getting old. We get hyped for a match between Cena and Bray Wyatt. As if we didn't see enough of that shit already. And this is what really pissed me off about this show, is how this match turned out. Moving on. We also get hyped for, finally, because of, I believe it was what happened last week on Raw, where the Dust Brothers, Cody and Gold, or Gold and Star, beat the Usos in a non-title match. They're being given a title match tonight, and we get hyped for that. And then it cuts to a dual screen. You know, one guy on one side, one guy on the other. Rusev with Lana, of course, and Swagger by himself, because Zeb is still selling getting his head kicked in by Rusev. They're going to have another match next. Commercial break. Coming back from the commercial break, Rusev and Lana are already in the ring, because nobody wants to watch these boring motherfuckers and their stupid entrance, and his shitty, god-awful music. Swagger's music hits and he comes out. And while he's coming out, we get another picture recap of the match between him and Rusev at SummerSlam. And also they show the video again of Rusev kicking Zeb's head in. And we get the match. And it's another crap match. Again, I tried to cut down on the notes because I really don't care about this shit anymore. There was a commercial break. Swagger went for the Swagger Bomb. He had Rusev down. He ran into the corner to spring off of it for the splash. Well, Rusev got one of his boots up. Boots. He doesn't wear boots because he's a dumbass, and that's why your foot keeps getting hurt, stupid. Wear boots! Nobody should be allowed to not wear boots. Moron move. I digress. Swagger goes for the Swagger Bomb. Rusev gets his one foot up to try and block it. But Swagger lands on his feet, grabs the foot, and torques him into the fucking Patriot lock. The ankle lock. And it looked like Rusev was about to tap, but of course, no, we can't keep building up this monster heel. Even though he's boring as shit and nobody fucking likes him, no, we gotta keep building his ass up. So he manages to make it to the fucking ropes. Fuck you. And of course, Swagger's ribs are still taped. And he's still supposedly got hurt ribs. You know, I don't know what the fuck it was that hurt him in the first place, but he's been hurt for a while. And again, side point, why the fuck is the WWE still forcing this guy to compete with hurt ribs? Just random question, you know. Is it because it's the Authority and they're corrupt assholes and they don't really care? Still, I think that's kind of a stupid storyline because that's like kind of shady business practices. You don't even want to fake shit like that. You know, even if it's just the storyline. I digress, moving on. So, of course, Swagger's got taped ribs. Rusev works his ribs like crazy. He gets him in the corner, and he's just repeatedly, like, kneeing him and kicking him in the ribs. He gets him up against the ropes on the side of the ring, and he's got him down. He's just stomping him over and over again. And the referee is constantly having to back him up because he's, like, counting, you know, you got till 5. He keeps breaking it up. And Rusev is like, okay, I don't want to get DQ'd because I can't lose here because I'd look weak. Stupid motherfuckers. Boring piece of shit. Finally, what ends up happening is Rusev is able to drag Swagger away from the ropes. And so he's no longer able to get a rope break, right? He's got him right in the middle of the ring, and Rusev just continues stomping on Swagger's ribs. And eventually, the referee's just like, fucking ring the bell. And on the one hand, I'm like, thank you for stopping this boring, shitty match. On the other hand, you know what? I don't even care. The ref stops the match. Rusev wins by ref stoppage. Crowd's dead, of course, because Rusev just won. Fuck you. Stupid big flag explodes from the top, and, you know, let's move the fuck on, alright? Then they tease a segment. Speaking of dog shit, they tease a segment they're calling the Bella Family Reconciliation between Nikki and Brie. Hold on to your hats for this one because it was horrible. Awful. Neither one of these bitches can act. It was lousy. This was the worst segment of this show. But they tease it for right now. We also get hype for Rob Van Dam versus Cesaro again, which is going to be this time, to make it more important, I guess, it's going to be for the number 1 contendership to the United States title. And that's going to be next up, basically, and they cut to another commercial. When we come back from the commercial, we're in the trainer's room, and there's Swagger being attended to by the trainer, holding his ribs, of course, because he's like, ow, ow, my ribs, you know, he just stomped the shit out of my ribs. Up comes Bo Dallas. This fucking cockstain of a troll. Your frog face, and your stupid greasy hair, and your flabby gut. Fuck you. Bo comes up trolling, saying you let everybody down, all these Americans you let down, you just gotta believe. And this is the motion he makes, by the way. When he says, you gotta believe. He holds his hands up with his thumbs out like this. Again. Choke on your own blood, you fucking bitch. Cutting back to the ring, there's Cesaro. He's already been jobber entranced. And Sheamus is on commentary as well. Of course, since it's his title that's going to be up for grabs in the near future because of whoever wins this match, he's got to be there on commentary. RVD comes out, whatever, we get the fucking match. The match turned out to be okay. The only note I have here is Cesaro actually wins with the neutralizer. Thank God Cesaro actually gets a fucking win. And apparently, this is feeding into a new feud that they started between Cesaro and Sheamus. I think it was supposedly on SmackDown. I don't know. Who cares? Cesaro jumps out of the ring after the match, and he grabs the United States title belt off of the commentary desk where Sheamus had set it. And Sheamus gets up, he's all like, well, you can take my belt? Yeah. Cesaro throws it in his face. And then Sheamus is like trying to kind of slowly chasing after him, and Cesaro's backing away, just building into the feud, whatever the fuck. So, moving on. More hype for Cena and Bray, the match. And then we see Paige backstage, skipping through one of the backstage hallways with the Divas title belt. She's getting ready to come out for another match, which is next, and they cut to another commercial break. Coming back from the break, I don't know if this was Slam of the Week or one of those stupid things, but it's basically a recap from last week, the Paige and AJ shit, where AJ had come out and said that she wanted to dedicate her life to Paige, and she wanted to get in the ring and shake Paige's hand, and that ran Paige off. Cutting back live into the arena, Natalya is coming out. Again. Paige's music hits, and she comes out skipping, of course, mocking AJ. And we get another picture recap from the match at SummerSlam between Paige and AJ. And we get another match between Natalya and Paige. This one turned out to be okay. Do you know why? It's because AJ didn't come out and fuck it up by distracting Paige. No, it was a match, an actual match, with an actual fucking finish. A decisive finish, not this stupid distraction bullshit. Paige had mounted Natalya all sexily, and starts headbutting her. Natalya goes for the sharpshooter, but Paige is able to get a rope break. And the two of them went back and forth. Paige went for the PTO, or the Scorpion Crosslock, which would have been hilarious because it's basically the sharpshooter. And Natalya had reversed out of it to go for the sharpshooter herself, but Paige got out of that. She hits the Paige Turner on Natalya and gets the win. So, yay, a clean finish. It's about fucking time. Immediately, AJ comes out. She skips down to the ring and she's in this cute little outfit. Oh my god. Phil, Brooks, I am so jealous of you, bro. You are married to that. Anyways, she comes out skipping, of course. And as she's coming out, Paige, of course, who had already left the ring to try to leave, she's chased back into the ring, essentially, by AJ. Paige gets up, she turns around, and she gets clocked by Natalya. She hit that discus clothesline thing. Whatever the fuck. I guess that's supposed to be Natalya's actual impact finisher and not the submission move. But anyways, Natalya clocks Paige with this, and then she fucks off. So Paige is left laying there. And yeah, all of a sudden, of course, again, the crowd has to chant CM Punk. He's not coming back, folks. Especially not after this dog shit tonight. There's no reason for him to come back. There's no reason. And if he did come back, they'd just feed him to Cena. And I think that's exactly why he left. He knew that's where they were going to take him. They'd already buried him by having his over a year-long title reign ended by the fucking Rock. Now we gotta have you get buried by Cena. Fuck right the hell off. I'm glad Punk left when he did. He didn't deserve that kind of shit. I digress. Again, I'm gonna have to say that a lot tonight, I think. Anyways, AJ gets in the ring with a microphone. Paige is still on her back after getting flattened by Natalya. AJ helps Paige up. And she starts talking, saying that, we really are friends. I think she might have said frenemies, I don't know. But we're really friends. And I'm really sincere when I say that. And then she hugs Paige. She went to go for it. I'm like, is she gonna kiss Paige? Because that would be would have been hilarious. But she just hugs her. Paige is standing sideways, and AJ's over here hugging her like this, and Paige is just standing there ramrod stiff. She's like, oh god, this is fucking weird. Like, awkward. Paige don't know what the hell. She doesn't know if she's about to get her ass kicked by AJ, or if AJ's really, like, going there. Like, oh, I'm just gonna hug you. Paige has no clue what's going on here. And so AJ gets done hugging her, and she reaches her hand out like she wants a handshake, and I'm like, I don't know about, I don't think Paige is going to accept that. She grabs Paige's hand and pulls it up and kisses it. She kissed her on the hand, and I'm like, is this really going here? Are we going to have some sort of weird quasi-lesbian thing between these two? I'm not saying I'd be against it, but like, yeah, this is just getting really awkward really quick. After she gets done kissing Paige's hand, she starts skipping around a circle around her, and that's it. AJ fucks off. Paige is left standing there like, what the fuck just happened here? And that's the end of the segment. I don't know what to tell you, folks. Oh, more hype for Cena versus Bray, and they also hype up a segment they're calling the eulogy of Dean Ambrose. Yeah, because he was effectively murdered last week on TV. Having Rollins curb stomp his head through a bunch of fucking cinder blocks. They killed him! He's dead! They murdered a guy on TV! What the fuck? And I know it's just them writing him off TV because he actually has to go and film a movie. I don't know if I brought that up before. Ambrose has been cast to be the hero, I think, in another WWE movie. This one actually fits, though, because Ambrose can actually act. He's a good actor. Ugh. So, but yeah, that's going to be next. The eulogy. And they cut to another commercial break. You know what? All the commercials. I really want to talk about this because I haven't really said this yet. The reason why I hate the commercials, I don't mind them so much if you do them just, after a segment is over and you're just getting ready for the next segment. That's fine. I have a problem with it when you do a commercial break in the middle of a fucking match. You want to know why? You're breaking the flow of the fucking match. That's not a good idea. They don't seem to get that. Doesn't matter if we have a fucking commercial in the middle of the match. Doesn't matter if it breaks the flow. Doesn't matter if the fucking match ends during the commercial break. They hardly ever do that, but still. Stop having commercials in the middle of your matches. Wait until the match is over, then go to a commercial. How hard would that be? I understand you have to have so many commercial breaks, but can't you time this shit better so that you're not interrupting a fucking match? Moving on. So coming back from this commercial break, Kane's music hits. And he comes out in a suit. Corporate Kane. He comes out. And the ring has been set up for this eulogy. There's a podium, and there's it's basically like a painter's easel where you set the portrait that you're going to paint. But it's got this big picture of Ambrose's face. They picked a great picture for this, by the way. He's all like this. You can see the scar on his chin from a while back. I think that was his match versus Big E when he got that cut on his chin. But yeah, he's like this. All crazy eyes and shit. Anyways. So yeah. Kane comes out and he gets on the podium and he starts talking. Blah, 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 blah. Who cares? He introduces Rollins, who comes out to no reaction. Kane didn't really get a reaction either when he came out. Nobody cares about anybody who is in the Authority. You align yourself with the Authority, you are dead as far as the crowd is concerned. You get dead silence. The only exceptions seem to be Triple H and Stephanie, who the people just can't seem to keep from booing them. Really wish the people would stop booing them. Because this Authority crap, this Triple H and Stephanie crap, needs to end as soon as possible. Anyways, Rollins comes out and he talks. And he runs his boring little dick licker. And he segues into a recap of the match from last week, where he put Ambrose's head through the fucking cinder blocks. And afterwards, Seth starts laughing. This really weak, shitty, maniacal, like, villain laugh. And I'm like, dude, your evil heel laugh needs a lot of work. Ted DiBiase, you are not. Okay? Ted DiBiase had a great fucking heel laugh. Okay? Rollins, yours was fucking weak. So please, unless you work on that shit and get it good, don't ever do that again. You make a shitty heel. You're too fucking small to be taken seriously as a heel. You got the fucking black leather pants and your stupid little shirt with the abs and everything painted on it because you're not really that ripped. You look like a bitch. You skinny little shit. And your stringy fucking hair and the little blonde streak. You look like a pussy with that little blonde streak, too. Take your sorry ass back to Ring of Honor. I don't care if you're a good wrestler anymore. You're boring as fuck as a heel. And by the way, you having that fucking Money in the Bank briefcase is an insult. Nobody will ever take you seriously cashing that thing in on Lesnar. And unless somebody else gets the title away from Lesnar, let me guess. They're gonna build up to Roman Reigns taking it from Lesnar. After Cena has failed, he'll probably... We can only hope Cena retires after failing to beat Lesnar. That could be the only good thing that could possibly happen. And then Roman will get built up to be champion. And then he could maybe beat Brock. Maybe. And then Rollins will cash in on Roman. Just to fuck him. Speaking of, that's almost the point that we're getting to. Seth laughs, his pussy little heel laugh. And he starts talking. And he gets to this point of the whole thing with Ambrose's career apparently being over after this. Having his head stomped through cinder blocks. You know. There's the question of what if. What if Ambrose hadn't decided to fuck with Rollins? What if this and that and... Shut up, you boring fuck. He says he's the one who created the Shield, and he's the one who destroyed it. Roman Reigns' music hits, and I'm thinking, finally, this motherfucker decides to help out or, show some sort of support for his only friend, the only guy of the Shield who didn't fucking stab him in the back. Roman finally cares about... He doesn't seem to care about Ambrose. He's just like, nobody's going to shit all over the Shield. I just want to fucking choke the guy who wrote this shit. Reigns comes out, of course, and he jumps over the barricade. And Kane goes after him. Kane tries to take him out. Kane gets himself taken out. He gets thrown into the fucking ringside steps. And then Reigns goes after Seth, who, of course, like a chicken shit, tries to run away. But he can't because Roman grabs him and beats the hell out of him, knocks him down, picks up the podium that the two of these guys were talking at, picks this thing up and cracks Rollins in the face with it. And then Kane pulls Rollins out of the ring from outside. So the two of them bail. Chicken shits. End of that segment. Moving on. We get a recap of the Legends Forum from earlier, the start of the show, with Shawn Michaels, Hogan, and Flair talking about Cena. Get a recap of that. And then we get more hype for the Cena and Bray Wyatt match. Good Christ. You see, I was really thinking, or hoping maybe, that the way they would work this is they would work it the typical sort of underdog way, you know, where the guy who just got that shit beat out of him by the heel would take loss after loss after loss and look more down and down on himself. And then he'd overcome the odds at the pay-per-view, and it would be this great babyface moment. Nope. I was thinking that was going to start here tonight with Bray. Nope. Anyways, after the hype for Cena and Bray, we cut back to that weird fourth dimension or whatever the fuck it's supposed to be, that dark room with Goldust and Stardust. And they cut another one of their weird ass off the wall promos. The title match between them and the Usos is up next, and we cut to another commercial break. Coming back, the Usos do their entrance. And then Goldust and Stardust make their entrance. And then we get the big title match introductions. Treating this like it was a big fucking deal. We get the match. There's a commercial break. And what ends up happening, again, I'm trying to keep the notes to a minimum here. What ends up happening was, I believe it was Stardust was out on the outside of the ring. He had gotten thrown out by the one Uso. The one Uso, the legal one, hits the ropes, dives over the other ropes on top of Cody, and he tweaks his fucking knee in the process. So his knee is fucked. The referee is counting. See where I'm going? Cody slides into the ring at about the 9 count, and the legal Uso gets counted out. So Cody and Goldust, or Goldie and Stardust, win by countout. But this was a title match, so they don't get the titles, because you can't win on a countout. You can't win the titles on a countout. So, match is over. Roberts, the ring announcer, says, yeah, your winners Goldust and Stardust, but still tag team champions, the Usos. I think he actually got cut off by Goldust. I think Goldust grabbed the mic from him. He gets the mic and he gets in the ring. And he says, no, hold on. This was our only tag team title shot. We can't have this shit end like this. We want a rematch, and we want it now. And I'm thinking, well, that's, great. You want a rematch now, but the one guy's hurt. I don't think the referee could, in all good consciousness, start this match up again when one of the dudes is hurt. As it turns out, Cody, or Goldie and Stardust, decide to just beat the ever-loving shit out of the Usos. Focusing on the one with the bummed leg, beating the shit out of him, dragging him over to the corner post, and wrapping the hurt leg around the post. So, all of a sudden, Goldie and Stardust are heel? The crowd actually seemed to like it. They were cheering for it. I guess they're getting bored of the Usos' shit, too. Because they're boring. So yeah, that's the end of that. We didn't get a rematch. I don't know if it'll happen next week. I don't care either. more hype for the stupid Bella reconciliation thing. And oh yeah, they said this was going to be hosted by Jerry Lawler. They just think he wanted to be in the ring with the two Bellas because, you know, even though one of them's married, he thinks he can still bang the both of them. Yeah, one of them's married, the other one's dating John Cena. I really don't think you have a chance with either one of them, Jerry. The old perv. Moving on. After the hype for that dumb shit, they say, up next, we're going to hear from Brock Lesnar. The Beast speaks. And this was basically shit that was recorded after SummerSlam. Commercial break. Moving on. Coming back from the commercial, we're in the office, and there's Seth and Kane. And Seth is bitching up his stupid... You sound like such a pussy when you get all bitchy, Seth. You make a lousy fucking heel. I swear, they have no clue what they're doing with this guy. He is a natural face. But you just wanted to have him be a heel because you wanted Ambrose to be a face. I don't mind Ambrose being a face. I think Ambrose works no matter what, as a face or a heel. But fucking shit, against Seth? As a heel? No. This shit don't work. Anyways. Seth is saying, you know, we need to finish this shit with Roman Reigns. And I'm saying, finish? Motherfucker, it just started. You haven't been feuding with him at all. Yeah, you wailed on him with the chair when you turned your back on the Shield, but that was pretty much it. You went into a feud with Ambrose, and Reigns went into a feud with Randy Orton. So, what you talking about, this shit needs to end between you and Reigns, it just started. But anyways, whatever. He says that, and Kane says, you know what, you're right. So since I'm the director of operations, I'm going to make a match. Because we haven't seen Stephanie or Triple H all night. Was probably the only good thing about this show. No, but it was dog shit without him anyway, so it just would have been even worse. Kane says, since I'm the director of operations, I'm going to make a match. A handicap match. Seth and Kane, me and you, versus Roman Reigns. And that shit'll happen later on. We get another picture recap of the Cena and Brock match. And this is segueing into the Beast Speaks thing. Afterwards, we get some video of Brock talking a bunch of smack. Oh, yes. And he says that, you know, since Cena decided to invoke his rematch clause at Night of Champions, he says that basically Night of Champions is going to be Cena's last night in WWE. I will end you. Cutting back live to the arena, Ziggler's music hits, and he comes out. Supposedly this was going to be another match between Ziggler and The Miz. Not for the title, because apparently Kane said you're not getting another title match. I don't know why, though. But yeah. So Ziggler comes out, and then they cut to another commercial break. And coming back from the break, they announce we're going to get Rob Van Dam versus Seth Rollins on Main Event tomorrow night. Haven't we seen this match before? I don't care anymore. I don't care. I don't fucking care about Rollins, and I don't care about Rob Van Dam. Anyways, coming back live into the arena, The Miz's music hits, and he comes out in a suit. And I'm like, wait a minute, you're supposed to have a match. He starts talking. He's got a microphone. He starts talking. He says, one of the benefits to being a Hollywood A-list actor is you have your own stunt double. And I'd like to introduce mine right now. He brings out Damien Sandow, who is dressed like The Miz. He's got his trunks on, his boots. He's even wearing that weird white coat thing with the wraparound strap, the thing that looks like Piccolo shit from DBZ. He's even wearing the aviator shades. Damien Mizdow, I think is what they called him. So this is my stunt double. He's going to be facing Dolph Ziggler tonight. And Miz gets on commentary for the match. So we get the match between Ziggler and Sandow. Turned out to be okay, I guess. Good Christ. Sandow locks the figure 4 in on Ziggler using one of the Miz's moves. Ziggler is able to flip it over and get to the ropes for a rope break. And then immediately the two of them stand up. Ziggler hits the zigzag. 1, 2, 3 match is over. So Sandow continues to get buried. Was still an okay match, I guess. It was better than some of the other tripe shit that we got. More hype for the Bella reconciliation. Like anybody cares. And that's going to be next. And then they cut to a commercial break. Shit! Complete shit is what you're about to see or hear about. If you didn't watch Raw, don't bother looking up this segment. You will want to hang yourself. Guaranteed after this shit. It's coming back again. This is the angry face. Commercial break. We get the Slam of the Week, which is basically just another recap showing Nikki turning on Brie at SummerSlam. Picture recap. You. Jerry Lawler's in the ring when we come back from commercial. He talks a bit. Shows another recap from last week of Nikki slapping the shit out of Brie. And so Jerry introduces Nikki, who comes out to no reaction, of course. And then Jerry introduces Brie, who also comes out. I don't think she got much of a reaction. And then we get a shitload of talking. Brie trying to apologize to Nikki for I don't even know what, because I don't think Brie did anything wrong here. So Nikki starts running her dick liquor. Saying all these things, you know, when you quit, you screwed me over. Because then Stephanie started putting me in all these horrible matches. And I'm like, that's Brie's fault? Because it doesn't sound like it to me. How the fuck could she know Stephanie was going to do that? And why are you not blaming Stephanie for it? She's the one that booked all those matches. She's the one who put you into those horrible positions. You should be mad at her, not Brie. This logic makes no sense whatsoever. This is the worst backstory to a sibling rivalry I've ever fucking heard of. And it makes even worse the fact that neither one of these two bitches can act to save their lives. Nikki is just yelling at Brie, and Brie is doing her best to do the crocodile tears. She can't get tears to flow because she can't act. And Nikki is trying to act all bitchy. She started looking like Stephanie, and I wanted to slap the shit out of her just because she was acting like Stephanie. So anyways, it starts getting too heated, and so Jerry steps in to try to separate them. And Nikki tells him to fuck off, essentially. She yells at him, "Leave, motherfucker!" And he's like, "Okay, well, I can't hit this bitch because it's not the 50s anymore. I'll get fired for that." So he starts getting out of the ring. Nikki attacks Bree. Knocks her down, starts this kind of shit. I think she even threw her fucking heels at her. They're both wearing these high heels. She takes her shoes off. What kind of a bitch throws a shoe? You skanky ass hoe. You don't throw shoes. Especially not them nasty high-heeled things. Upon seeing this, Jerry jumps back in and he's like, okay, well, I gotta stop this. He grabs Nikki and starts trying to pull her off. She turns around and cracks him upside the head. And I was thinking, oh, Jerry, please punch this bitch in the face. I will not hold you responsible at all. Number one, provocation. She hit him first. That's self-defense. Number two, fuck you, bitch! This storyline is shit! Fuck whatever moron wrote this garbage. Oh yeah, it was probably Stephanie. Because this was her match, her feud at first. We gotta put over the boss's bitch of a daughter who don't know shit about anything. Put her punk ass over, and then we're gonna morph it into this stupid sibling rivalry between these two cunts who nobody likes. They can't act to sell the fucking feud, and they're not very good wrestlers. So what is this gonna lead to? Some fucking match? Another crappy, boring match that'll be a duplicate of the Brie and Stephanie match? No. Nobody wants to see this shit. People... I remember them chanting so many different things during this segment. Nobody gave a fuck. Nobody. I think they even started chanting for JBL at one point. And that motherfucker was on his game tonight. Being as obnoxious and cunty as he possibly could on commentary all night. I wanted somebody to strangle that motherfucker. Get off commentary, Jibble, you fuckstick. Go back to Texas and politely fuck off. You are a shitty commentator, and you were a lousy wrestler before then. So fuck you. Finally, after Jerry gets slapped, some road agents and referees come in to finally separate these two little bitches. And they finally take Nikki away because she's really the only one being aggressive. Bree's just crying, basically. She can't believe her sister is doing this to her. She's still sitting on the mat. Jerry's holding her hand, trying to comfort her. Still trying to get laid, the old pervy bastard. And that's the end of that segment. This shit was so fucking dragged out and boring and crap. Fuck right the hell off. This is not Days of Our Lives, goddammit. This is not the Lifetime channel. People do not pay to sit in the arenas to watch this garbage. If they wanted to watch it, they'd watch Days of Our Lives or any of those other crappy soap operas. This is not a fucking soap opera. This is pro-goddamn wrestling, and you motherfuckers are failing at providing that shit to us. Seriously, folks. Stop watching this shit. Stop paying for the pay-per-views. Stop paying for the network. Stop paying to go see the show live. And stop paying to go be at the arena for the pay-per-views. And stop buying their goddamn merchandise. They do not deserve your money. They haven't for so fucking long. This show was trash. And I'm not even done with it yet. And I'm almost at an hour here, so I need to wrap this shit up quick. We get another recap of the Legends Forum. We get more hype for Cena and Bray Wyatt. And then we get hype for the Kane and Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns match, which is next, and we cut to another commercial break. Coming back from the break, Reigns is already on his way out. And then Kane comes out to no reaction, and then Rollins comes out to no reaction. And while the two of them are trying to get down to the ring, we get a recap of the eulogy segment from earlier, and Reigns beating the piss out of Rollins. And we get the match. And again, short notes because I'm trying to keep this shit short. Roman had hit the spear on Kane and went for the pin. Rollins breaks the pin up with his Money in the Bank briefcase. So, of course, DQ. Match is over. Roman wins by DQ, I guess. Kane and Rollins then proceed to beat the shit out of Roman. And then they go for a repeat. Kane lifts up the timekeeper desk, throws that aside, cinder blocks underneath it again. And Kane is holding Roman's head over the cinder blocks. And Rollins goes up to the announce table to try and jump off. Number one, he was about 10 feet away. There was no way he was going to make this jump. Roman fights Kane off, throws his ass into the timekeeper's area, and then starts beating the shit out of Rollins. Roman jumps off the cinder blocks to Superman punch Rollins in the face. And, oh yeah, so Rollins was down, Kane was down in the timekeeper's area. Roman goes back over to the pile of cinder blocks, and he grabs one, and I'm like, yes, smash that fucking thing over that punk shit's little head. Blast him in the face with that shit. Rollins stands up, and he's up against the corner ring post. Roman's got the cinder block, and he goes to throw it. Rollins ducks. The cinder block hits the post, shatters. Rollins scurries out of the way because he's a chicken shit. He scurries away. He's gone. And so Roman turns around. Superman punches Kane in the face. End of that segment. We move on. Wyatt cut. Time for another stupid shit story time promo with Bray. He's up on the Titantron with his two stupid little crony fucktards. He cuts his stupid promo. I don't give a fuck what he said. Cut to commercial. Coming back, they announce Big Show and Mark Henry will face Harper and Rowan again on SmackDown. Didn't we already do this fucking match 2 or 3 times? And it was never that good in the first place because it's 4 hosses who are shit in the ring. Moving on. Cutting back live into the arena, Los Matadores, yes, both of them, whichever one was hurt, he's finally okay now, I guess. They're in the ring, and so are Heath Slater and Titus O'Neil. Don't ask me how or why Titus O'Neil started tagging with Heath Slater. Apparently this happened on something called the JBL and Cole show, which is another thing I can't believe exists. And I don't know how that shit is canon with the WWE universe. And it makes no goddamn sense. Here's the gimmick between these two fucktards. They don't get along. That's their gimmick. Slater and Titus. They don't get along with each other. We get another one of those cutaway promos to a pre-recorded promo. Not a picture in a picture, because it actually took the whole screen. But it was a backstage promo between Slater and Titus, and they're talking about... not even talking about the match. Slater's like comparing them to superheroes. Like, I'm Batman and you're Robin. And Titus is like, no. And then... shit! And the fact of the matter is, I hate both of these fucktards. Slater's never been any good. Ever. And Titus is another boring fucking hoss who can't wrestle. I don't give a fuck if the guy is big. I don't give a fuck. He's got 2 left feet, he's not a very good wrestler, and his promos are dog shit. The guy has no charisma. Moving on. As I said, we have the Matadors and Titus and Slater in the ring. So we get a tag team match between the two of these assholes. Didn't last very long. Let's see. Whatever. One of the Matadors gets a crucifix. He counters out of something that Slater did. I don't remember what the fuck it was. But he does a crucifix pin. 1, 2, 3. The Matadors win. Moving on. Another recap of the Legends Forum. More hype for Cena versus Bray Wyatt, and they cut to commercial break. Coming back from the break, Kofi the Jobber Kingston is already in the ring. And guess what he gets to do? Out comes Bo Dallas, who gets no reaction from what I heard. We get the match between these two. And again, short notes. Bo does a botched Bo Dog out of the corner. He slipped on the rope and had to grab it to hold himself, but he finally hits the damn Bo Dog. And he gets the win. And so he goes for his victory lap around the ring, and he's got a mic, and he gets in. And he starts cutting a promo on Swagger, talking about, Kofi, you aren't like Jack Swagger because you didn't let down 318 million people or whatever the fuck. And he's talking about Swagger, and he's talking about Swagger, and he gets done. All you gotta do is believe. Swagger's in the ring behind Bo. Bo turns around, Jack picks him up and slams the fuck out of him. Thank you, Jack! And that was it. So Jack just completely bitch slapped this punk-ass motherfucker. Quit talking about me, motherfucker. You ain't half the wrestler Jack Swagger is. You a piece of shit. More hype for Cena versus Bray, and another commercial break. Coming back from the commercial break, they announce that next week on Raw, we're going to get the highlight reel with Chris Jericho. And his guest will be Randy Orton. Cena's music hits, and he comes out. And then Bray teleports to the ring. They did the Wyatt cut, and it went black, and when it came back on, Bray was just in the ring. And Harper and Rowan are at ringside. Whatever. We get the match. And guess what happens? Cena takes the role of Brock Lesnar and proceeds to beat the piss out of Bray Wyatt, doing basically the same shtick Brock did from the match at SummerSlam, where he clotheslines Bray, and he's telling him, stay down, and Bray starts getting up, so Cena grabs him and German suplexes him, and just over and over and over. And I'm just like, are you kidding me? Jericho just put this motherfucker over, and you completely undo all of his work. If I was Jericho backstage, I would have been beating people's asses for this. I'd have been telling them, I just came back to put this guy over, and you're going to completely undo all of that hard work just to have Cena squash the shit out of him? What the fuck are you assholes thinking? You're not thinking. You don't know what the hell you're doing. This company is shit. I'm tired of wasting my time on this crap. Thankfully, we don't get a clean finish. Okay? What the hell happened? I don't know. After 5 or 6 minutes of Bray just getting the shit beat out of him by Cena, what the hell? I don't remember. I think Cena was going for a pin. Harper and Rowan jump in the ring and attack Cena. So DQ. And they're beating the hell out of Cena. Here come Big Show and Henry running down the ramp to make the save, because apparently they don't like Harper and Rowan. Commercial break. And when we come back from the break, we've got an impromptu 6-man tag match. Cena, Big Show, and Mark Henry versus all three of the Wyatts. Now, number one, Bray completely no-sells the beating he just took from Cena. Because he's acting fine during this shit. Anyways. Again, not so much in the way of notes. Cena, after spending basically the whole match on the apron while Show and Henry beat the shit out of the Wyatts, Cena gets a hot tag, I think, and he comes in, and he ends up putting the STF on Harper, and Harper taps out. So Cena, Big Show, and Henry win. But we're not done. Rowan jumps in the ring, gets the attitude adjustment from Cena. And then Bray gets in the ring, and he gets the attitude adjustment from Cena. And then Harper gets up after having tapped out to Cena's shitty STF, and Harper takes the attitude adjustment from Cena. And that's the last thing we basically saw. Cena went outside and he was, hugging kids that were giving his stupid wristbands to people. And I even saw Bray getting carried to the back by a referee or a medic or something. They had to help him up, get his arm. Cena just absolutely squashed the entire Wyatt family. All three of them. Pretty much by himself. Like I said, after Jericho just put in all that hard work, putting Bray over, trying to make him look credible again, after Cena squashed him the first fucking time, I guess there had to be some sort of penance for Cena getting completely destroyed by Lesnar at SummerSlam. Somebody had to get destroyed by Cena. You couldn't pick somebody else? I don't even like Bray, and I'm pissed off that you squashed him like this. Because again, it makes no sense from a booking or a writing standpoint. Again, you assholes fail at everything about booking and writing this shit. How do you fuck this garbage up? How? I need to know, because I just cannot get it through my head. How do people act so stupidly? I hate stupidity. I cannot stand it. It's one of the reasons why I've been so frustrated with this shit for so long. Because the amount of stupidity, it's off the fucking charts. And it's hitting me like a brick in the face. And I'm just like, good God, I can't take any fucking more of this shit. That's the end of the show. And the only other note that I have here, a little bit of a follow-up to something I said before on one of my SmackDown videos, I think. I was talking about how there was a picture leaked of one of the WWE trucks saying that SmackDown was moving back to Thursdays. This has now been confirmed to be true. It was officially announced by the WWE. SmackDown will be moving back to Thursday nights starting, I believe, October 2nd. That's the end of the show for tonight, folks. I have to go do something else. Because if I don't, I'm going to choke myself to death. Thank you for watching the Wrestling Rant. Thank you for watching me lose my goddamn mind over this shit. Again. Dean Ambrose is gone. He's got to go film a movie. Now Rollins is going to feud with Roman Reigns. Like that's going to help Roman at all. Roman's twice Rollins' fucking size. This would basically make Roman look like a heel. I'm beating on a guy half my size. Why am I the good guy? Oh, because he betrayed me. shit booking, shit writing, shitty wrestling, hardly any wrestling at all, and shitty crap with the fucking Bellas and Stephanie McMahon. I am done watching this shit for tonight. And I am so glad it's over because I can't stomach another goddamn second of this garbage. That was the Wrestling Rant. I'm done for tonight. Thank you for watching. Thank you for watching me bitch my ass off because it's the only thing I can do to get some catharsis of this crap. I just gotta do something to make myself feel better after wasting 3 damn hours watching this crap. That's it for the show. For August 25th, 2014, Monday Night Raw from Anaheim, California. I can't wait for SmackDown. How about you? Or Raw next week. Thank you for watching. I have to go do something else now. I hope this uploads quickly because it's with the webcam footage it'll probably take forever. We're about an hour and 11 minutes here. Show's over. Thank you for watching. Join in us next time. Maybe the show will be better next time and I won't want to fucking choke somebody. Good night.